afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Wednesday.
Broke another record today. Steam bath continues.
We broke it before noon.
Yeah. And it's not over yet.
No, it's not over yet. But it's good growing weather.
No, that's true. Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is going to be here a little later this hour. She'll be taking your plant and gardening questions live. We'll let you know when it's time to call in.
But first, topping our news today, alert days for the rest of the work week. Dana is tracking our hot and stormy weather. She'll let you know when you need to be prepared to move inside.
The Madison Common Council votes to sell a portion of Yahara's Hills Golf Course to build a landfill and business park. But we found out there's a way to go before those plans become reality.
And the Michael Gableman is getting a pay cut as he continues investigating Wisconsin's election. We'll explain how long the contract will go. Let's take a look outside. I think you can watch things grow.
The dandelions are popping, that's for sure.
They're coming up and the records are going down. The records keep falling, and Dana is in the backyard. Kind of a steamy day out there.
It really is. It is muggy outside. It is humid for us. It is hot. It is sunny. It is summery. Even though we're still at the beginning of May. Here's a live look over Madison right now. We've had plenty of sunshine coming through. 86 currently. The breeze from the east at about 20 miles per hour. Temperatures earlier today hitting 90. That is the new daily high temperature record for May 11th. The old record set in 2011 at 85 degrees, and we ran right by that today. 86 currently in Madison with a little more cloud coverage building in, but 95 right now in Mineral Point, 91 in Lone Rock, and 90 in Janesville. It is hot outside. Dew points close to 70, so again, it feels very muggy. Our Doppler track is quiet, though, throughout the area. Even with that moisture hanging out, things should stay pretty quiet for us through the rest of this evening. Another record hot day expected for Thursday. Storms building in for Friday, and by the weekend, temperatures start to cool down for us. Quick look at traffic right now. A lot of green popping up. No accidents to report, which is always a good thing. Eastbound along the Beltline, a little slow for this time in the evening. Westbound, though, looks pretty smooth for our 4 o'clock hour. Downtown Janesville, all green as well. Now from the Beltline to Janesville, 25 minutes, 16 minutes from Middleton to Sauk City, and downtown to Sun Prairie, 18 minutes this evening. I am already sweating, so I will go inside and we will talk more about tomorrow's heat in just a few minutes.
All right, come on in. Thank you, Dana. Well, it's going to be very important to have access to good weather information over the next couple of days as this hot and stormy weather continues. Our First Warn Weather app will let you know if severe weather is heading your way, and it has the latest weather information from all of our meteorologists, the weather experts here at News 3. You can download it for free. Just make sure to set your location so you get the severe weather alerts.
Well, we are one step closer to adding a landfill next to a golf course in Madison, but there's still a lot of opposition to the plan.
Last night, the City Council approved selling half of Yahara Hills Golf Course to Dane County, and the county wants to turn some of it into a landfill.
Our Will Keneally has more on the next steps for the project. Will?
That's right. So Dane County is running out of room in its landfill, on track to fill it by 2030. The county board is set to vote next week on whether to move forward with this plan, which was initially floated last year. The city council largely supported the idea, passing it easily last night. But for some, like County Board Chair Patrick Miles, this happened too quickly.
The site selection should have been much more transparent and should have engaged stakeholders. And because that didn't happen, public trust has been undermined.
Miles says he will likely vote no next week because of how the process has unfolded. This also does not mean an immediate change. This month's votes are largely to decide who should own the land. More planning on the specific landfill could come later. The county would not break ground on the new landfill until 2028 at the earliest. Ahead of next Thursday's vote, we'll hear more on the future of the project coming up at 5 and 6.
All right, well, we'll see you then. Thank you. Republican elections investigator Michael Gableman will stay on the state's payroll, but his investigation has been put on hold until several lawsuits wrap up in court. Gableman signed a new contract with Assembly Speaker Robin Vos, but as part of the deal, he's taking a pay cut. Instead of making $11,000 each month, he's now making $5,500. He'll continue to get paid until lawsuits around his authority to issue subpoenas as part of this investigation wrap up. Late last month, Vos said he would extend Gableman's contract after receiving pressure from former President Donald Trump to keep the investigation going. The contract and the investigation were supposed to end before May.
A 2019 helicopter crash that killed 7 people was partially caused by the FAA's failure to implement safety recommendations. That is according to a new report from the NTSB. Amy and Jocelyn Gannon, a mother and daughter from Madison, were 2 of the 7 killed the day after Christmas when their helicopter crashed in Hawaii. An investigation found the pilot had flown into a mountainous region with low visibility and either lost control of the aircraft or crashed into a mountainside that he wasn't able to see. The initial report says the pilot's decision to fly in poor conditions, the inability to identify safety hazards, and the FAA's lack of leadership were all probable causes of the crash. The full report will be published in several weeks. The board said a safety management system, which gives pilots information about flight risks, could have lowered the risks that the weather presented. The NTSB recommended the FAA require those systems for helicopter tours in 2016, but the FAA did not follow that recommendation.
Police say they're looking for a suspect in a stabbing that happened near the Dairy Drive homeless encampment early this morning. Officials got a call around 1 o'clock from Dairy Drive. A 37-year-old woman was taken to the hospital with a stab wound, but she's expected to survive. Police say they recovered the weapon, but the suspect was gone by the time they arrived. They say the victim and the suspect knew each other.
One of the leaders of a Madison area nonprofit was arrested last Friday. Today, the group is celebrating her release. Freedom Inc. activist Jessica Williams was arrested as she entered Dane County Courthouse last Friday, May 6th, to attend a sentencing hearing for Yahara Gadsden. Gadsden was convicted of reckless homicide in January for a 2018 confrontation in a downtown parking lot. But Gadsden says she acted in self-defense. Today, activists held a virtual press conference calling attention to what happened to Jessica and calling for the Dane County District Attorney to resign.
The call is still for him to drop the charges and for him to resign immediately because this is out of hand. He's been targeting Black survivors for years, and this is just the latest in a long line of this history of abusing his power as an elected official. We need to put an end to it.
Jessica was released from the Dane County Jail just before her hearing, which was the maximum time she could be legally held without charges.
UW-Madison Chancellor Rebecca Blank held her final media briefing today before leaving to join Northwestern this summer. Becky Blank's last day as Chancellor will be Friday, May 27th, but before she leaves, she shared thanks, thoughts, and her accomplishments over the last 9 years. During her almost decade at UW-Madison, she set in motion building projects that have included new academic home for the College of Letters and Sciences, a new School of Music Performance Center, and a home for the newly established School Computer Data and Information Services.
Because of these investments and others, UW has steadily improved as an educational institution. We were always very good. We are even better now.
Blank came to UW-Madison after a year as the acting Secretary of Commerce in the Obama administration. A bipartisan group of senators has blocked the advancement of the Women's Health Protection Act, a Democratic bill that would make the landmark Roe v. Wade decision federal law.
Republicans, including some moderates who support abortion rights, say the legislation goes too far.
Congressional Democrats are trying to seize the moment in hopes it'll mobilize voters to the streets and the polls this November. Natalie Brand has more from Capitol Hill.
Ahead of Wednesday's procedural vote on an abortion rights bill, Democrats acknowledged it would fail in the evenly divided Senate.
This vote requires 60, and we don't have 10 Republicans.
It is not Roe v. Wade codification. It's an expansion.
West Virginia Democrat Joe Manchin opposes his party's bill. Instead, he signaled support for a more narrow measure, like the one from GOP moderates Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski.
I'm supporting the codification of Roe.
Democratic leaders forged ahead with their bill, they say, to get all 100 U.S. senators' votes on the record.
Protecting the right to choose at this critical moment is one of the most consequential votes we could possibly take. And the American people are watching.
The legislation before us today would make our laws even more extreme. Majority Leader Schumer will earn kudos from Planned Parenthood for this show vote today, but he's not going to convince anyone.
The push to make Roe v. Wade into federal law has intensified in the days since Politico published Justice Alito's bombshell draft opinion from February, which signaled the conservative majority court could overturn the landmark decision.
New CBS News polling shows the fate of Roe versus Wade has yet to motivate most voters heading into this year's midterm elections.
We're a party who defends life.
Today is the start of the galvanization of all women in this country.
The debate over abortion rights has sparked demonstrations nationwide, leading up to a day of rallies planned for this Saturday. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And more than 20 states, mostly Republican-led, are expected to move ahead with laws to restrict access to abortion if Roe v. Wade is overturned.
Today, Maine Republican Senator Susan Collins released a statement saying she will continue working with colleagues on legislation to maintain the current legal framework for abortion rights in the U.S.
Ukraine's government says its troops are pushing Russian forces back in the east.
Meanwhile, lawmakers in Congress are working on passing nearly $40 billion in funding to help Ukraine defend itself. This drone footage appears to show a Russian tank being destroyed in the region. But Russia continues to make gains elsewhere, pummeling the vital port city of Odessa in an effort to disrupt supply lines of Western weapons. Today, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer vowed to work quickly to pass a nearly $40 billion package to get more military help to Ukraine, which the House approved yesterday.
The House vote was overwhelmingly bipartisan, and it should be no different in this chamber.
The UN says it's already evacuated hundreds of civilians from Mariupol in the south, which is almost under Russian control. Tomorrow, the Human Rights Council will hold its first special session on the crisis since Russia was ousted from the body. It's estimated more than 3,400 Ukrainian civilians have died since the invasion began, including more than 200 children.
Well, a new Star Wars exhibit opened in the Rock County Historical Society. Jared Roll, a Star Wars enthusiast and collector, is presenting the Star Wars Revolution at the grand opening of the exhibit entitled The Nostalgia Awakens. The Star Wars toys on display are from Roll's personal collection. In addition to being a Star Wars enthusiast, Rolls is a museum curator from Onalaska. He and his brother Kevin owned many of the toys when they were children.
You're going to hear a lot of, oh, I had that, or I remember that, or I always wanted that, or I didn't know they made that. Because a lot of these toys are going to be common ones that they would have seen at stores or at a friend's house, but some of them are going to be less common because they were either made towards the end of Return of the Jedi, or maybe they just saw limited release. But it's going to be a lot of connecting to the past.
The display includes 100 unique action figures, dozens more action figures that populate the vehicles and playsets, 5 larger creatures, 19 vehicles, and 13 playsets in all. Tickets for the grand opening presentation and for the exhibit are $15. The grand opening is 6 o'clock this evening at the Rock County Historical Society. Don't throw anything away.
No, do not.
Well, have you checked your 401k lately? Don't. Inflation continues to take its toll.
We'll talk with UW-Madison business professor Moses Altsek about the economy when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Living with metastatic breast cancer means being relentless because every day matters. And having more of them is possible with Verzenio, the only one of its kind proven to help you live significantly longer when taken with fulvestrant, regardless of menopause status.
Verzenio plus fulvestrant is for HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer that has progressed after hormone therapy. Diarrhea is common, may be severe, or cause dehydration or infection. At the first sign, call your doctor, start an antidiarrheal, and drink fluids. Before taking Verzenio, tell your doctor about any fever, chills, or other signs of infection. Verzenio may cause low white blood cell counts, which may cause serious infection that can lead to death. Life-threatening lung inflammation can occur. Tell your doctor about any new or worsening trouble breathing, cough, or chest pain. Serious liver problems can happen. Symptoms include fatigue, appetite loss, stomach pain, and bleeding or bruising. Blood clots that can lead to death have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have pain or swelling in your arms or legs, shortness of breath, chest pain, and rapid breathing or heart rate, or if you are nursing, pregnant, or plan to be.
Every day matters, and I want more of them.
Ask your doctor about everyday Verzenio.
things in life are free.
Just wait until he hears about free installation from Feldco.
Free installation? Are you kidding me? Yeah!
Free installation on windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Plus no interest for 1 year. That's something to get excited about.
Free installation ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
I'm Tsr Godlewski. I'm at the Supreme Court where it looks like Ron Johnson is going to get exactly what he wants. Overturning Roe v. Wade, reinstating Wisconsin's cruel abortion ban, and putting doctors in jail. But that's not what Wisconsinites want. We don't want politicians making healthcare choices for women. I'm Tsr Godlewski, and I approve this message because as your senator, I will never sit by and allow our rights to be stripped away. Join me. Let's fight back and defeat Ron Johnson.
If you have type 2 diabetes or high blood pressure, you're a target for chronic kidney disease. You can already have it and not know it. If you have chronic kidney disease, your kidney health could depend on what you do today. Farxiga is a pill that works in the kidneys to help slow the progression of chronic kidney disease. Farxiga can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in women and men, and low blood sugar. Ketoacidosis is a serious side effect that may lead to death. A rare, life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Farxiga and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this bacterial infection, an allergic reaction, or ketoacidosis. And don't take it if you are on dialysis. Take aim at chronic kidney disease by talking to your doctor and asking about Farxiga. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Welcome back. It's another recall for Tesla.
This time, the company is recalling nearly 130,000 vehicles to fix the infotainment systems that might overheat before or during fast charging. Tesla has issued 7 recalls this year for the 2022 Model 1.
No, Model 3.
Model 3. And 6 for the 2022 Model Y, all of which have been addressed with over-the-air software updates, just like this latest recall.
Stocks fell again on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials lost 362 points, ending the day at 31,834. The NASDAQ fell over 3% off 373 points. The S&P 500 was down 65 points. Wow. The Consumer Price Index, a broad measure of prices for goods and services, rose 8.3% in April. That's up from a year ago. Consumers are seeing higher prices everywhere.
Yep. Record high gas and food prices are partially to blame for some of the rise in inflation.
And many are wondering, will the Federal Reserve take an even tougher stance on interest rates to cool the economy? Moses Alstedt from UW-Madison School of Business joins us once again. Good to see you.
Hi, Moses. Good to see you.
Live in color.
Yes, live in color.
You saved my seat. I appreciate that.
We kept it warm for you. So what's going on with this inflation?
Well, what's going on with this inflation? You know, if hindsight was 20, hindsight is 20/20, right? So if only the Fed could know what's going on in mid-2022, they might have done things a little differently in 2021. They probably thought that some of the price increases were maybe temporary, maybe they would be limited to certain sectors of the economy, and they certainly didn't count on a war that created even more disruptions, especially food prices were disproportionately affected by that. Energy prices, the price of oil, which also affects the price of plastics. The supply chains were already strained. Not to mention that who knew that we'd be having massive COVID lockdowns in China in 2022? We thought, we're not talking about that very much anymore, but in China, we're talking about massive lockdowns. Even the supermarkets are closed and people are bringing food to your apartment. So those kinds of things, those people who are stuck in their apartment can't be at the factory making things, can't be shipping things over. Supply and demand, prices go up, It's, you know, unfortunately, we don't have a crystal ball, and that's really costing us right now.
Is there any good news?
Yeah, there is some good news, actually. It looks like the rate of price increases that we've seen really slowed down in the latest report. So it's not that prices didn't go up, but they went up by a very, very small percentage, which seems to suggest that perhaps we've reached the peak of just how high inflation is going to go, and maybe it's going to start to decline from here. Now, if you expect the decline to be rapid, that's not going to happen. I mean, you saw the price of gas actually dropped, but now the summer driving season is starting, and you know, so it's going back up.
But it went up 13 cents the day before.
So you see, there's the give and take, and we also haven't seen. You know, we were speculating that perhaps the war may be wrapped up by the beginning of May, and that doesn't seem to be happening. You know, inflation is going to get under control. Under control does not mean that it's going to drop to the levels that we wish it were at. Pulling the handbrake on inflation could also mean pulling the handbrake on an economy that's growing, and that could cause a recession, that could cause layoffs. I mean, we've seen that movie before. So the Fed is doing the balancing act, trying to make sure that that doesn't happen, but at the same time trying to reduce inflation, you know, slowly. So should they have started sooner? Should they have done more? You know, perhaps. But you know, again, hindsight is 20/20. They're doing their best. They're an independent entity. Remember, that's not the administration that controls this. It's the Fed. And the rest of us just have to be a little patient and roll with the punches. At least we don't have anybody's tanks rolling down our street. And, you know, perspective is everything.
No, you're right.
And I just checked Google. They're sold out of crystal balls. So we're out of luck. Most good to see you again.
Hey, it's great to be back.
Good to see you. Thank you for coming.
Still to come before. Are you planning to fly this summer?
Well, check out the latest airline ratings coming up after Dana's steamy firstborn forecast. We'll be right back.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Enhance your deck with new wood stain and finishes right now from Menards. Protect your outdoor wood projects with Cabot stains and finishes. These long-lasting finishes will enhance their look and offer protection against the elements. Cabot premium wood care products deliver unbelievable quality and satisfaction guaranteed. Hurry in and get 11% off Cabot exterior stains and finishes. Get 11% off everything right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
To celebrate Salon Pass Day and our mission to improve people's lives through topical pain relief, we invite you to try our powerful, long-lasting patch. For muscle and joint pain, get your free sample at trysalonpass.com.
As of 2022, TSR Concrete Coatings has coated nearly 11 million square feet of concrete, and we've completed over 15,000 jobs. If we haven't met yet, I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings, and here we transform your old, cracked garage floor from this to this in just one day. We don't just coat over your old concrete. We grind it down, apply our base coat and chip, and then seal it with our own proprietary sealant that will never chip or peel. And our floors are ridiculously easy to clean. All of our coatings are covered by our exclusive lifetime warranty, and we have our own in-house team ready to answer any questions you may have before and after your install. To learn more or get your new floor, visit the website or call us at the number shown below today.
One day floor.
Habitat for Humanity of Dane County continues to help hardworking families attain homeownership. By providing financial coaching, homeowners can manage their mortgage and other finances while building stability for their family. Strengthen our community. Support Habitat Dane County.
I just scratch my head over these career politicians. They get in there and they just never want to leave. I'm going to give this my all for 4 years, work very hard. I'm going to do it for the greater good of all the people of Wisconsin, not the special interests. I think the lobbyists are not going to like me at all. They're going to be very frustrated. I'm not beholden to them. Didn't take any money from them, won't take any money from them. I'm going to do what's right for all the people of Wisconsin.
Tim Michaels for governor.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Well, take a look at this. This North Carolina beach house turned into a houseboat of sorts.
No.
The home floated atop the waves of the Atlantic Ocean after being pulled into the surf off Cape Hatteras. It was the second of two unoccupied homes to collapse on the seashore. Officials are warning locals to steer clear for fear of additional collapses.
Power of the sea.
Absolutely. It always comes back.
Yeah.
Well, it's National Bobblehead Day, and the Bobblehead Museum in Milwaukee has issued 3 new bobbleheads.
Among them is Dan Roberts. Well, who is Dan Roberts, you ask? This is Dan Roberts at Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals in Milwaukee on July 1st of last year, and a legend is born. This is now Dan Roberts, the bobblehead.
There he is. 6 fingers and 6 beer cans here on the bottom.
Oh, are there? Oh, my goodness.
And his stomach moves, too.
That's hilarious.
Now, you can actually get that? You can buy that?
Yeah, you can buy
this
it.
is $30, and this is number 138 of 2021.
Oh, wow.
His little stomach.
We have to go to the Bobblehead Museum. We should take Live at 4 over there and check it out.
There's thousands of them there.
That's a
The other bobblehead release today was the guy who sings the national anthem, and then the DJ.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay.
What's her name?
Yeah. Okay.
DJ somebody.
You're doing great over there. But this guy, but Dan Roberts.
Dan Roberts. Legendary now.
That's how we all wish we could be today with this heat.
Right? Oh my gosh, it is toasty outside. What do you think, Dan? And we're in for a few more hot days. Before we wrap up the work week, some storms also building in. We'll take a look at that full 10-day right after the break.
Oh, let's sit by the lake today. Good place to be.
RHD Plumbing has the most reliable professionals in the industry. With honesty you can trust to deliver quality products and workmanship, dedicated to being the best. RHD Plumbing now offers complete bathroom and kitchen remodeling, the best plumbers, and everything else you need to finish your dream project. For your home or business, get the job done right the first time with no surprises with the reliable, honest, and dedicated plumbing professionals of RHD Plumbing, proud partner of the Green Bay Packers.
Fry Construction is celebrating 27 years with a big anniversary sale. Join us to save 27%. That's right, 27%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 2 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Act now for 27% off gutters with any full roofing or siding project. Schedule your free consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
What can I do with less asthma? With Dupixent, I can do more. Catching my train. Making moves. Making a connection. Oh, a train connection. That's how you do more with Dupixent, which helps prevent asthma attacks. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that can improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks, and can reduce or even eliminate oral steroids. And here's something important. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Are you ready to do more with less asthma? Just ask your asthma specialist about Dupixent.
Feeling trapped by your expensive cell phone plan? Here's the key. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Keep your phone and number with the same great coverage as the big carriers. Escape to a no-contract $20 a month plan with talk, text, and data. It's easy to connect. With our award-winning customer support team, no sleight of hand is required. Call, go online, or visit Target to get your new SIM card or phone today.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, it's hot and humid outside right now, and I got to hang out inside in the air conditioning earlier today with some new friends in Mazo-Maney. The third graders at Mazo-Maney Elementary got to talk all things weather, Wisconsin climate. We even, of course, talked about the 2018 flooding in Mazo and in Blacker. So a really exciting day. Again, I think we're all excited to be indoors and hang out in the air conditioning. If you're ever interested in chit-chatting about weather, you can always send the weather team an email, Facebook, Twitter, great options to get a hold of us. The focus today was certainly on the heat and humidity outside, staying hydrated, wearing sunscreen. We've got this front that's keeping things nice and warm for southwestern Wisconsin. Notice the divide here, though. Madison was at 90 degrees earlier. We're already down to the mid-80s, but currently seeing those temperatures still in the mid to low 90s for Platteville and for Lone Rock and for Mineral Point. Milwaukee, though, at 51 right now. That cooler air shifting in. You can see the flow there coming in for us right now from the east, more of a southeast breeze for our southwestern counties. So I want to break this down looking ahead to Thursday. Thursday, it's going to be hot outside yet again. Early in the morning, temperatures only dropping down to the low 70s. Afternoon highs will be close to 90 degrees with heat index readings in the mid to upper 90s. So because of this, we have an alert day in the forecast for Thursday. Unseasonably hot outside, unseasonably humid for us. Please make sure you stay hydrated if you are working outside at all for Thursday. And just keeping an eye on the pets too. It's just really warming up for us. Looking ahead to Friday now, we're planning on the chance for some strong to severe thunderstorms passing through later in the evening. This is going to bring cooler weather for the weekend, but it could make things a little bumpy later in the evening during that evening commute. Notice how this develops between 5 and 7, likely continues through in a line for us as we get closer to about 10 o'clock and then clearing out overnight. Rainfall totals from this overnight adding up to about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch throughout the evening on Friday. So certainly measurable amounts. The target here really where we're going to be seeing that heavier rainfall right through the center portion of the state. There is a slight risk for severe weather for Madison and areas southwest on Friday. So because of this, we do have an alert day in the forecast for Friday as well. Severe thunderstorms possible. The primary threats, high wind and hail, but not ruling out an isolated tornado because we will have that wind and the humidity to factor in. For tomorrow, high temperatures will be close to 90. There is a slight chance for an early shower or thunderstorm, but the focus is certainly on the heat and the humidity for tomorrow. Temperatures will be close to 90. Heat index readings will be in the mid to upper 90s with wind speeds about 10 to 20 miles per hour, so breezy outside. Through the weekend, we finally start to pull back. We still have an alert day in the forecast for Friday because of the storms. By the time we get to Saturday, a slight chance for a thunderstorm. A better opportunity expected on Sunday. Sunday brings us back down closer to 70, and by the start of next week, we finally get back to the 60s, which is where we should be for the start and middle of May. Partly sunny skies for Monday and Tuesday, upper 60s. More rain chances expected to build in by Wednesday and Thursday, and we'll stay in the mid to upper 60s, a seasonable stretch with overnight lows close to 50 degrees and some shower chances. That's really what we should be seeing for this time of year. I know that about 67 for us in Madison would be normal. So we are well above that, and it's a little early. I know folks on the terrace are enjoying it. I'm not going to complain too much about the heat, but it's not great for the plants to see this heat too early, this much too soon.
We'll talk to Lisa Briggs about that coming up.
Yes.
Yeah, it's too much too soon.
Too much too soon, and just, you know, the dogs aren't used to it yet. I'm not used to it yet. Right. A little more time.
I let them out at noon. They came right back in. I usually have to chase after them.
They're smart. They went and did a quick U-turn.
That's right.
Nope.
Absolutely. All right, Dana. Thank you.
Thanks, Dana.
The pandemic days of extra room and more attention on planes, that's all over.
Flight demand is up, and a new study from J.D. Power finds airline passenger satisfaction is down.
Naomi Ruckham reports from New York's LaGuardia Airport.
Airports are crowded, plane seats are filled, and wallets are wheezing. All reasons some passengers aren't too thrilled to be flying.
It is more difficult. There's more delays. It's harder to get seats. Everything's more expensive.
Now it's becoming very expensive for us to travel.
According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, airfares rose more than 33% over the last year, the largest 12-month increase since 1980. And the latest study from J.D. Power found airline passenger satisfaction took a nosedive over the last year.
Airplanes are becoming full again, and that tends to make satisfaction go down.
JetBlue scored the top spot for first or business class and for premium economy, while Southwest led customer satisfaction in the economy segment. Other airlines have room for improvement.
But the things they probably need to work on are improving the comfort of the aircraft in all cabin classes. And working on people skills to make people feel less like cattle and more like valued passengers.
This study comes as carriers and airports gear up for the busy summer travel season, which is expected to see pre-pandemic passenger volume.
We expect this to be a busy summer, and we are as ready as we possibly can be. We're likely going to exceed in some airports by good measure the 2019 numbers.
The Transportation Security Administration says it is staffed up and also investing in new technology to help speed up the process for those summer vacations. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News, New York.
Yeah, planes are just packed.
Yes, they are.
I went to Vegas last week, and we went to the luggage carrier thing.
The carousel?
Carousel. Our bag was already there.
Oh, that's good.
Before we got there.
That's
so
rare.
Thumbs up.
Yeah.
All right, coming up next on Live at 4 with Ukraine being invaded by Russia. Could China be looking at Taipei next? We'll tell you what unexpected device Taiwan is depending on for its defense.
And then coming up next hour at 5, Senator Tammy Baldwin introduces a bill to protect health care and social service workers. We'll have details on that coming up at 5.
As summer approaches, is your house ready? Over 7 out of 10 homes are poorly insulated. Is yours? Here are some of the signs. Is your house too cold in the winter? Is it too hot in the summer? Does your furnace and AC run almost non-stop? Do you have different temperatures in different rooms? Are your energy bills too high? You don't need a new home. You need better insulation. Call now before our busy summer season and get a $500 early bird discount.
USA Insulation.
Discover what's in store at Habitat Restore Dane County. You'll find something new every time you visit to keep your project on budget with low price and high quality home supplies. For one-of-a-kind items, shop Habitat Restore Dane County today.
How do you use your energy? Fueling your drive to deliver hope for neighbors in need? At Alliant Energy, we're creating more clean, renewable energy every single day to power what matters to you. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Hey everybody, who's coming to the big show? It's Saturday, June 11th at Ho Chunk Gaming and Casino in Wisconsin Dells. An all-day outdoor event. Come out for classic cars, trucks, and motorcycles during the day and stay for the concert at night. Featuring country superstar Trace Atkins, Runaway Jew, the Mascot Theory, and Bev Killian. All benefiting Heat and Housing for Heroes. Visit VetAidWI.com for details and to purchase tickets for Trace Atkins.
Allergies just try to stop us being the greatest versions of ourselves. Allegra lasts up to 6 times longer than Benadryl, so trees, you won't take us down.
Allegra starts working 2 times faster than Claritin, so dust, you won't wipe us out.
And unlike Zyrtec, Allegra won't make us drowsy. So fur, you won't phase us. When allergies attack, take Allegra before your symptoms take over you.
Live your
greatness.
He has his grandfather's smile.
Her mother's eyes.
My cheekbones.
But will she have my diabetes?
My sickle cell anemia.
His father's heart disease.
Go to joinallofus.org to share your health information and speed up health research breakthroughs. The future of health begins with you.
Tonight at 5, hot days ahead bring safety concerns for some. We'll tell you how you can keep yourself safe in these record-breaking temperatures and humidity.
Another record high temperature was set in Madison, and records for the warmest overnight low temperatures are falling as well. Alert days are in the forecast for heat for Thursday and for possible severe weather on Friday. I'll let you know how hot it'll get at 5.
And then at 6, from links to a landfill, the Madison City Council approves the sale of parts of the Yahara Hills golf course, but area residents aren't fully on board. We'll share their concerns tonight at 6.
Here's a live shot from LAX in Los Angeles.
Clear skies.
64 degrees, another beautiful day in Southern California.
Hotter here.
Yeah. Well, following Russia's invasion of Ukraine, fears and questions have been raised around Taiwan's own defense and security against a Chinese invasion.
Despite the massive difference in military capabilities between the two, it seems Taiwan's best defense could likely boil down to a tiny piece of technology.
Will Ripley has this story.
Taiwan's first line of defense from a Chinese invasion. Billions spent on missiles, new warships and submarines, an upgraded fleet of fighter jets, expanded training for reserve soldiers, all of it dwarfed by the mainland's massive military. China's defense budget, 17 times bigger than Taiwan. Experts say the island's best defense, its biggest weapon against China, is technology so small you need a microscope. Super tiny, super powerful semiconductors. This tiny tech powers products you probably use every day. Taiwan produces about 70% of the world's semiconductor chips, most of them made by TSMC, Asia's most valuable company, making chips for companies around the world like Apple and Intel. Experts warn any disruption to Taiwan's chip supply could paralyze global production, impacting almost everyone.
People like to say, well, Taiwan should be defended by virtue of it being a democracy. This is oftentimes too abstract. If there is war or invasion in the Taiwan Strait, and immediately the price of computers would increase, your cell phones would become more expensive. It helps people make that self-serving but emotional connection with a society that otherwise would be abstract to them.
Russia's unprovoked invasion of Ukraine is raising questions about the future of Taiwan, a self-governing democracy, claimed but never controlled by Beijing's communist rulers.
But what makes Taiwan different from Ukraine, right, is the economic leverage.
Taiwan is much more relevant to the global economy than Ukraine. That is true.
Even China relies on chips from Taiwan. More than 50% of the island's exports to the mainland, semiconductors. China is Taiwan's top trading partner.
So what does it mean economically for Taiwan and China if there was some sort of conflict to break out?
It will be disastrous, not only for Taiwan, not only for China, but also for the US and EU and everybody.
Chinese President Xi Jinping has vowed to reunify with Taiwan at any cost. Taiwan's chip industry could make the cost of any invasion far too steep. Will Ripley, Taipei.
That would be bad.
Very interesting to follow.
Yeah. With this week's Instant Summer, you can almost watch plants grow outside. So it's time to get your plant and garden questions answered live.
Lisa Briggs is standing by. There she is. Hi, Lisa, at the Bruce Company. Oh, that is, you have a very pretty office. Look at all those pretty plants. She's taking your calls next. Call now. The number is 608-270-9933. Stand by, Lisa. We'll be right back.
We are back with Midwest Financial Group's Matt Cuplin, and we're usually out on location, but we decided to bring this Buzzed Into Madison in to your facility. You're right off of the Beltline and Seminole Highway, and it's one of the many places that you take care of clients.
Yeah, we've got locations all around the area, but this is sort of where the heartbeat is. This is our headquarters, if you will, and we've got financial advisors, insurance specialists, admin staff here and everywhere to try to help our clients.
And business is good. There's a lot of people who are realizing the impact of having somebody help them with their finances.
We've done right by our clients. They've shared it. They've sent us referrals, and to support that, we've had to hire.
You've mentioned what an amazing team you have here at MFG, and I know you credit the success of the business a lot to everyone who comes every day and gives their best.
Yeah, it's a family, right? And I think we treat each other and our clients the way that we would want to be treated. It's not just a number. It really is there's care there. It's sincere. It's genuine. And when we hire people, whether it's an administrative person, a financial planner, a tax person, an insurance person, the first thing that I want to see is that they care, that they really care.
I know one of the things you've credited your growth to is just word of mouth, and that's the best advertising you guys can do is you do a good job and they tell the next person. And you're going to have to look to hire more because that's really the direction MFG is heading in.
Yeah, I'm expecting that probably yet this year we'll be hiring more people, and we want to do that so that we can support the client experience and make sure that we're delivering on the promises that we're making.
MFGteam.com is the website you want to visit, whether you're looking for a new career or someone to responsibly handle your finances. I'm Emmy Fink.
And I'm Matt Coupland. We're buzzed into Madison.
Violent and destructive riots in Kenosha, the Waukesha Christmas Parade tragedy, record-high homicides in Milwaukee, from defunding our police to releasing violent felons with low or no bail. Liberal Democrats have created the worst crime wave in decades. Senator Ron Johnson is standing with our brave law enforcement officers to keep Wisconsin families safe, and he wants to keep violent criminals behind bars where they belong.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
When we needed new doors and windows for our home, we were looking for someone we could trust.
We've done the bargain brand windows. We've done the runaround.
What we loved about Next Door and Window is that they were different. The experts guided us through every step of their no-pressure process.
We really loved their educational approach. Next Door and Window helped us understand what was right for us.
They have a totally different approach to doors and windows. They made the window and door replacement process simple.
Call 844-600-NEXT to get 50% off your installation.
A lot of red for us eastbound on the Beltline right now. Westbound things look pretty smooth, so usual for this time of evening, usually what we see coming up, but still a few slow and go spots close to 151. Things get a little better once you get past Monona. Now downtown Janesville, all green, and north and southbound on the interstate still looks pretty good for us. From the Beltline to Janesville, we're sitting at 25 minutes, 16 minutes to get from Middleton to Sauk City. Downtown to Sun Prairie, about 17 minutes for us right now. That's a quick look at traffic.
All right, thank you, Dana. We're taking your plant and garden calls today.
The number to call is 608-270-9933. Lisa Briggs joins us live from the Bruce Company. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Good. Keeping cool?
There's actually a breeze out here, so it's not too bad. If we were in the greenhouse, it would be a completely different story.
Yeah, you're in the main building. That's a good idea. All right, let's go to Tom in Middleton. Hi, Tom. What's your question?
Lisa, can I plant my tomato plants yet? And what is the recommendation for depth? I keep hearing different things. And do you mix peat moss with your dirt and fertilizer and watering? Can you give me a tomatoes for dummies?
Sure. So if they're going in pots, I like to do a mix of potting soil and compost. If they're going into the ground, mix some compost in with the soil that you already have. As far as depth, you can, now this is not a tomato, this is a coleus. You can on a tomato nip off the lower leaves and then plant it deeper. And then along where you took those leaves off, roots will come out. That's really important if you're doing tomatoes that have big fruit because that gives them extra stabilization. Now, as far as the timing is concerned, you know, your guess is as good as mine. I think you can certainly have them outside during nice days and outside at night as long as the temperature is going to be above like 48. If you're planting them out and it gets colder than that, they're just going to need some protection.
All right.
A little bit of floating row cover, a sheet, a pot, or a box upside down will help.
It's going to cool off.
Yeah.
So maybe a little patience.
But it's the night temps that are the critical issue.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Let's go to Mike in South Wayne. Hi, Mike. What's your question?
Hi, Lisa. I've got an established asparagus bed, about 7 years old.
Okay.
And we've been eating feeds off of it now for about 3 weeks, real nice-looking spears. Lately, they're coming out of the ground and they're curling down, like they're almost like goosenecks heading back to the soil from the top down. Do you know why that would be?
I don't know why.
Okay.
I would certainly say that if your bed is older, you probably want to put some fertilizer in there. You can do that when you're done. You can either do like an Espoma, an organic broadcast fertilizer now, or you can, when you put your asparagus bed to bed in the fall, you can put some compost or some well-rotted manure in there. That will help with the fertility. Asparagus are heavy feeders. Sometimes when we see plants kind of contorting, we wonder if maybe there's a little pesticide drift somewhere, that somebody sprayed some herbicide and it sort of drifted into your area. When we see like crooking or twisting or contorting, it might be that.
Okay.
Hard to know without seeing it, though.
Yep. The gentleman across the road did spray the field.
So a little Roundup on a windy day, that will cause a lot of problems.
All right. Well,
thank you very much.
Thanks for calling.
Sounds good. Betty from Janesville. Hi, Betty. What's your question?
My question is we had a beautiful magnolia bush last year, overbloomed itself, I think, and this year it is not coming out with leaves, or the buds are real tiny, and it's died.
Okay, well, what you'd want to do first is check and see if the stems are flexible. Take your thumbnail and maybe flick off a little bit of bark and see if it's green underneath. A lot of varieties of magnolias will flower first and then leaf out as the flowers are finishing up. And since everything's so slow this year, it just might be that. So if you've still got green tissue underneath the bark, I would just sit tight and wait and see what happens. If it doesn't continue to develop, then take some photos and send them to us at plantdesk@brucecompany.com. We'll take a look and see if we can see something else going on.
All right. Boy, things are late. I haven't seen any lilacs yet.
Not yet, no.
Yeah,
I know. Everything is really weirdly spaced out this year.
Let's go to Kate in Madison. Hi, Kate. What's your question?
Hi there. I am looking to plant a flowering, decorative, medium-sized tree, but I'm looking for something that doesn't drop any seeds or, berries or fruit on the ground. I have a dog that will eat anything, and that's not a good idea.
Well, I would say that one of my favorites is a serviceberry. It's a native of the Midwest. It gets white flowers in the spring, probably 15 to 20 feet tall, a little bit narrower than that. Gets great fall color. It does have a fruit that develops in the midsummer, and birds love it, so you won't have anything dropping on the ground.
I think the city planted those in my terrace. That sounds like the trees that...
They're amazing.
We have time for one more? All right, let's go to Jenny in Madison. Hi, Jenny.
Hi there. See, Lisa, I got a lavender tree for Mother's Day, and it's gorgeous. 2 questions. Should I transplant it out of its 6-inch plastic pot? And secondly, what are the chances that I can get it to winter over?
So lavender can be kind of tough to winter over. So first of all, you can put it in a bigger container if you want to, something a little more decorative, or you can just set that pot that it's growing in now right inside of a decorative pot and then take it out to water it. As far as wintering over, the trick with lavenders and rosemary are in the same sort of boat is that they need humidity but not overwatering. So you want to let it dry between waterings, but maybe put it on a humidity tray in a sunny spot, but kind of cooler and not near like a heat register or something like that. You'll have the best luck.
But it's not going to survive outside over the winter.
No, it will not. Not in a tree form, it won't. There are some lavenders that are hardy here, but those tree forms generally not.
All right. Unfortunately, we're out of time. We'll do this again soon, Lisa. Thank you. Thank you for everyone for calling in. We'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
Imagine never having to clean your gutters again. Andrew Larson here, and you don't have to dream about it. My team would love to show you what a new gutter shutter system can do for your home, protecting its foundation and keeping you off that ladder forever. Gutter Shutter is the strongest, most durable, high-performance gutter system on the market, and it's the best bang for your buck. Right now, get up to $1,000 off, free financing for 12 months, and a $100 Visa gift card with your new Gutter Shutter system. Call now to set up your free estimate.
It started somewhere between a cuddle and a struggle. It's the side hug. Tween milestones like this may start at age 9. HPV vaccination, a type of cancer prevention against certain HPV-related cancers, can start then, too.
For most, HPV clears on its own. But for others, it can cause certain cancers later in life. Welcome! Hi. Now, as the dad cab, it's my cue to help protect them.
Embrace this phase. Help protect them in the next. Ask their doctor about HPV vaccination today.
Allergy sufferers. Bedtime means it's time to take Zysol. Zysol relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wake refreshed. Plus, it works faster than Claritin, and on first dose, provides the same relief as Zyrtec in a pill nearly half the size. Be wise all. Take Zysol at night.
Bob's Discount Furniture is the only place you can find by Panther.
It's got comfy Bobapedic seating, dual power recliners, and power headrests. My Panther... Okay. Light up cup holders, hidden storage, and a drop-down table with reading lights and power outlets in your choice of 2 colors. With Bob's discount, it's only $19.99. My Panther... Roar! Wow! Okay, who's doing that?
Get Bob's discount!
Tonight at 5 with more hot days ahead, we'll tell you how you can keep yourself safe in these record-breaking temperatures and humidity.
Another day, another high temperature record, and alert days in the forecast for Thursday for more heat. I'll let you know how hot it'll feel.
News 3 Now's Call for Action team is here for you, exposing scams, mediating consumer disputes, and getting results. Contact us by phone or on channel3000.com.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
We're taking action for you.
86, right now in Madison. Another day with hot temperatures. We have an alert day in the forecast for Thursday due to more hot weather, and another alert day in the forecast for Friday due to the possibility for severe thunderstorms. It does look like, at least by the weekend though, things will start to cool back down.
At USAA, we've been called too exclusive because we were created for officers. But as we've evolved with the military, we've grown to serve all who've honorably served, no matter their rank or when they were in. A Marine just out of boot camp, or a petty officer from 73, and even his kids and their kids. USAA is made for all who honorably serve and their eligible family members. Are we still exclusive? Absolutely. And that's exactly why you should join.
Floor & Decor, my go-to to get it all. Tile, wood, stone, and laminate, they've got it. Installation materials, yep, and all the tools I need, they've got those too. More importantly, they've got my back with benefits and services I actually want, and a pro app that makes my job easier. Floor & Decor just gets it. That means I get more done.
At Floor & Decor, whether you're looking for everyday low pricing on in-stock job lot quantities and installation materials, or a powerful partner to help take your business to the next level, we've got you covered. Discover Floor & Decor today.
When cleaning your air ducts, it's important to clean the entire system. An air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer removes pounds of trapped dirt, dust, and allergens from your home completely. The cleaning improves your home's indoor air quality, keeps your home cleaner longer, and can even improve the efficiency of your HVAC system. We want you to have the cleanest and healthiest indoor air possible. So call for a free inspection today.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
I just scratch my head over these career politicians. They get in there and they just never want to leave. I'm going to give this my all for 4 years, work very hard. I'm going to do it for the greater good of all the people of Wisconsin, not the special interests. I think the lobbyists are not going to like me at all. They're going to be very frustrated. I'm not beholden to them. Didn't take any money from them, won't take any money from them. I'm going to do what's right for all the people of Wisconsin.
Tim Michaels for governor.
This is Connie Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. While things have changed, it's still necessary for families to stay connected. And when it comes to the loss of a loved one, it's important to process and grieve and honor your loved one in a way that keeps everyone safe. We're doing this through intimate services and private virtual streaming, so your family can be part of the service no matter where they are. Ryan Funeral Homes are here with your safety in mind and compassionate care in your time of need.
In today's Final Touch, a space flight concept being tested in the desert is using out-of-this-world spinning energy.
The group is hoping to slingshot rockets into space. One of the latest technological techniques to enter the space race doesn't so much involve launching a rocket as it does flinging one. Startup company InLaunch replaces a fuel-powered blast-off with a kinetically powered slingshot launch using a giant centrifuge to spin a rocket at supersonic speeds like 5,000 miles an hour and then flings it towards the heavens. Once up to speed, the rocket's engines light up to continue its journey to suborbital space. The company aim is to advance low-cost launch systems and reduce fuel consumption. I assume these are non-human flights.
Good question.
Speeding 5,000 miles an hour. All right, that's our time for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.